interesting test. Barfield brings their test equipment, and for the past several years, because there's been such a evolution in test equipment, there's new boxes coming out that nobody needs. And for the last several years, they've been bringing these new pieces of test equipment to level the playing field between the students and the people there from the industry, airlines and others. So, and the students do damn well with these tests. We publish the procedures before, usually in December, so they have time to prepare for them. But they're going to be judged against it. And I'm proud to say the students done well. In fact, at Verticon, the helicopter organization, we do a show there, to a competition there, and we had a high school from Dayton, Ohio, win the overall competition. A high school beat the Army in helicopters. So it's what we got coming into the pipeline is there's a lot of impressive people there. And I've said on the show, I think the last time, we actually had a young student from here on the coast, the Space Coast, A&P school there. He was at the competition, and 2 years later we were watching SpaceX launch a capsule with people in it, and who the heck closes the door in the capsule but that student?
I'll be damned.
So it was nice to see.
And John, we would be remiss if we didn't go back in our heritage and our past a little bit, but the reason we do this and the reason you get so passionate and I get passionate about it, I'm going to try not to get choked up, but accident investigation, and if I never go to another accident investigation, it's okay. I do not. However, what I learned through my experience as an NTSB investigator, and you above all, is how many things go into the chain of events that accident occur. And when we break that chain, it's all about accident prevention, and proper maintenance is good, proper accident prevention policies. We can't fly the airplane for them, but we can make sure that the airplane performs when they need it.
Right, and maintenance, I just started to do a study from 25 back to 2000 on maintenance accidents. So these are ones that are causal, and it's about 2,000. But then if I expand that search to just where we find maintenances that may not have caused crash, the number goes sky high. And in fact, now my next mission is, I do podcasts, as I just mentioned, Flight Safety Detectives, and there's some maintenance in it, there's piloting in it, so it's a broad spectrum. Well, I'm about to start 2 additional podcasts, one in conjunction with the Aeronautical Repair Station Association, where we're going to be aiming at the repair stations and what mechanics at those repair stations need to know to enhance their positions in that segment of aviation. But then again, additionally, PAMA's going to have one dedicated to general aviation mechanics. And I asked you to be part of it, unfortunately, but we're going to go try to make a little difference there. All right, so that's all you can ever hope for, is try to make a little difference, but I'm not willing to give up. I've been to many accidents where maintenance was involved. In fact, the big one here in not Orlando, but in Florida, in the Everglades, was ValueJet. And I can't tell you how painful that was, that during the course of that investigation, we realized that mechanics had done the wrong thing and resulted in that airplane having a big piece of that chain of event that you just mentioned to cause that accident. So I was very, very painful experience for me.
Well, and it is possible to eliminate that problem that we have in the industry, but it doesn't happen by accident. It takes a lot of work and dedication. And your podcast, I believe, your air safety, your flight safety detectives, Greg Fife, Greg is a very, very thoughtful gentleman, and he actually wanted you to wear one of his favorite ties.
Well, the story is that I needed a tie for today, and I wasn't sure. So I grabbed one of Greg's ties, But
I was told that this was his favorite.
well, I don't know if it's his favorite, but I grabbed one of his ties. But you know what? It's not a mechanic's tie. So
Yeah, that's you, Greg. Yeah, that's you, buddy. Yeah.
yeah, it's a little bit loud. Mechanics find themselves being conservative in their work habits, conservative in their outlook on what's going on day to day. And I'm not talking about political.
Yeah,
I'm talking about their approach to the job.
Yeah, they don't look for a soapbox or to stand on, and it's not all about me.
Right.
It's all about the job.
We don't have the silk scarf and all that.
No.
And we just come to work, fix the airplanes, and go home.
John, you mentioned earlier out of these competitions, did I hear you right? Did I hear you say that there's over 1,000 on-the-spot hirings at these competitions?
Yep.
And up to this point in time, 150 of those
Women.
hirings were women.
Yes, I'm very proud of that, helping the women break into this field, and helping the ones that are in it as well. So we didn't plan this. So we wanted to just highlight, in 2012, the skills of maintenance people. But what we quickly found out, that we gathered so many mechanics that the industry was showing up looking for help. We all know there's a shortage. Boeing just upgraded it, and it's growing, not shrinking. And so we put the competition together. We highlight the knowledge, skills, and abilities, right? And all of a sudden now we find we can provide opportunity for students with the airlines. Well, now what has happened from that is, at the competition, we have this year 900 mechanics in one place. So if you're looking to hire somebody, that's the place to be. American, United comes with a whole gaggle of human resources people sweeping up the students, especially the competitors, because they already shown their abilities. And even Delta, who doesn't support the competition, they have human resource people hovering around passing out resumes and of employment applications for resumes. So send your resume in. So it has become a very good employment. I don't have the numbers for this year, but previous years, and we did a very lousy job of keeping track of this in the beginning, but we know that we have touched over 1,000 people's lives by getting them jobs in the business. And like I said, over 150 women. So typically all the women in all the teams, they get hired right away. Embry-Riddle had an all-woman team this year. The entire team was hired by one employer. The entire team. They just came in, including the alternate.
Well, John, we probably shouldn't say this, and this probably isn't going out live feed, but you know, ladies, women, girls, in some cases, make better mechanics.
Well, no doubt about it.
Some of the dudes out there that,
no doubt
that think
about
that
it.
they are really, really the cream of the crop.
You've got to see that. You've got to be there to see this. When the all girl teams come in, all female teams, unbelievable what they do. They beat the vast majority of the guys.
And
right.
and there's reasons for that. Ladies are a little more attention to detail, and I'm in touch with my feminine side. Melody tells me that all the time. So that's one of the reasons I'm such a damn good mechanic, if I must say so myself.
You're the only one who will say that.
But John, the competition, and I really want to develop more understanding of just what goes through the minds of the students or the competitors that go into. They've got to be confident, or else they're not going to go and put themselves in front of cameras, in front of people, in front of their peers. A lot of peer pressure.
Well, you know what we found on that? The schools themselves have a competition to see who's going to represent the school. So what we're getting from the schools, and we try to get as many students as we can, what we're getting is the best that those institutions have. And it shows. It shows in the female teams, it shows in the students. I mean, these kids are good. So if you have any doubt about where we're going in the future, just come take a look and you'll see that the future's not that bad. That we got some decent people coming up that'll help guide the maintenance community in the future.
And we are all aware of the folks that have little pity parties and ain't it awful, and God, things are so bad. Well, they might not be the best as they can be, but it's not all bad. It's good. There's good things coming out of this, and what you and your group, and we didn't really mention the fact that you are the president of PAMA, Professional Aerospace Maintenance Mechanic Association. But PAMA is, can anyone join PAMA?
Yes, you don't even have to be a mechanic, but we prefer you to be a mechanic or avionics tech or repairman. Doesn't matter. If you're associated with maintenance, we come in, because they're all different views. So what I'm trying to do is put all those different views together. You know, we got the competition going. If we got PAMA, it's focusing on students. It's going to be the PAMA podcast that I just mentioned earlier, and we're going to have one with the repair stations. But I'm not done. So, you know, coming out of the Hall of Fame enshrinement that I received last year, also followed up with an invitation from the National Aeronautics Association, which is a Washington-based group. They hold the Collier Trophy. They hold 5 or 6 other events. They want to put together an aviation maintenance trophy. Unfortunately, they want to name it after me, which I was opposed to, but they said if it wasn't named after me, that wasn't going to happen, so I'll accept that.
It's too late, John. We got you.
This trophy will be awarded once a year. The trophy itself has been designed and being built by a repair station. So it's mechanics building it. It's going to be a black tie dinner in D.C. once a year, and some mechanic will be getting accolades for something special that they did.
And we need support for that, John.
Oh, we definitely do. To endow the trophy, which it takes $200,000. What that $200,000 does is provide the interest on that money, provides the revenue for the committee that's going to select the winner, and any advertising or anything that has to go on for the trophy and for the dinner. So it's sustaining. That's what it will take to sustain a trophy. And the trophy will be housed with the other trophies that they administer, and it is presently at the Smithsonian in downtown Washington, right in the main hall. So it's going to be right front and center with a whole bunch of other very prestigious trophy. That's just another piece of recognition that I've been helping get for the maintenance community.
And John, I know that you have a certain amount already in that foundation, in the funding for that, but you're short.
We're short, yes.
And is that $200,000 a year, or
no,
just
one flat fee, $200,000 endows the trophy.
Excellent.
That's all we need to keep it going for.
Well, and I know you have some of the top-notch help. Laura Spoler and her husband Rich they are pretty much mainstays with you, and it's just tell you what, John, this first segment has gone by so fast. Why don't we do it in a second segment to build on this a little bit? So let's take a short break, and we're going to come back for segment 2. fight. He broke into Hollywood.
Well, you can say that. You can say, well, I had to break in. I have this tie I had to break in.
Oh, God. We lost a good dear friend. Ron Timmermans was one of our hosts here.
He was talking
talk to me.
about spears and sluts. I'm like, what? Spears and sluts?
Spears and sluts?
Spears, spears and sluts.
Flaps and slats?
Spears, spares,
Spears.
spares and slots.
Slots.
I love the Boston accent.
Oh. Did you park the car?
I did earlier out in the parking lot.
We sold the ours
I'll
years
leave it
ago.
on. Doing it. Good job. Good job.
Is it coming across okay?
Amazing.